What's going on, guys? It's Cal here from KR Sabers, and this is our small preview video about our pre-order launching on Black Friday for the Apprentice OWK1 and the Knight OWK2. Like I said, these are launching on Black Friday for pre-order. We're going to leave the pre-orders open until the end of the year, December 31st, and we've already committed to a large batch that's in production now. These are the pre-production samples. We only made a very few changes to the pre-production samples, mainly just the knurling on the OWK1 on the brass valve, and also we added a chassis retention screw on the inside body because I noticed on the install that I've done on these that the chassis, obviously lower part of the chassis, moves up and down, so that had to be changed. We also had another refinement on the knurling on the red buttons. But apart from that, everything was okay. Very happy with it all. Like I said, I've installed the Knight OWK2 with an Eco chassis and the Apprentice OWK1 with a Eco CC chassis. So there will be a Goth 3 Designs Eco, Goth 3 Designs Eco CC and Goth 3 Designs Metal Master chassis. I'll throw in a few renders of the Master chassis now for you guys to see. As you can see, Goth 3 Designs done an excellent job. It looks absolutely beautiful, and I really look forward to seeing the sample that Cedric installs for that. So we just wanted to go through some of the smaller details, little comparison as well, because a lot of you have been asking, and just sort of discuss the run. 3 years ago, I think it is now, we did our Apprentice OWK. It was really popular, very happy with how that hilt was, and I think we did launch it on Black Friday as well. So we wanted to do another one with a few little changes, most notably the switch design, because if you remember, any of you who were on that run, we had like a C-clip rocking system, but now we've got these nice spring-loaded buttons. So you've got a really nice click when you press, and they're just spring-loaded. There's some nifty springs underneath here and plungers that we've designed that make it really easy to do your buttons, and the buttons just mount to the chassis. We were really happy with that, and then we made some changes on the lower end as well, so that the shroud wouldn't rattle as much, or you'd have to do anything to stop the shroud from rattling, the one that you rotate. So the Covertech holds that nicely now, so that was really important. Most notably, the difference between the OWK1 and the Knight OWK2 is the materials. So we went for a duller finish on the Apprentice OWK1, so it's polished aluminium, so it's a bit lighter. You've also got some knurling on the brass valve. There's a purple gemstone that's in there. The accent LEDs here actually have a clear insert, if you can see. And the pommel shape is a bit different as well, and the length and size of it's a bit different. End to end, the OWK1 is actually just a little bit longer than the OWK2. So it is a bit of a lighter hilt, being aluminium. It clocks in at about 450 grams with the chassis in it with no battery, because I didn't weigh it before I put the chassis in. Whereas the OWK2 is actually all brass and chrome plated, well, the parts that can be brass. So these chrome pieces that you see are actually brass and then mirror chrome plated, so you get this really beautiful shiny finish, similar to the MR prop, which a lot of people have come to enjoy. Pommel shape's a bit different as well. We've got no knurling here, no gemstone there, it's brass ball bearing. We've got solid LED bezel insert, which you can see. Slightly different blade plug design. It's got a fully removable blade plug. This was the blade plug on the OWK1, which is like a steel, polished steel finish. So nice and shiny, this one. We've also got no holes in the pommel cubes, whereas on the Phantom Menace version, we've got holes on the pommel cube. So we use various different reference materials to go with that to create the version that we have here. We've tried to make them as accurate as possible. We hope that you really like them, and I can definitely say the OWK2 is my favorite just because of the weight. This is about 650 grams. It's about 50% heavier than the Phantom Menace version, so I'm a big fan of the OWK2, probably because I already have an OWK1 anyway. So let's show off the chassis a little bit. So this is the OWK2. This has been installed with an Eco chassis. I'm going to take the blade plug out so I can show you the blade plug. It's just held in with an M3 screw and an acrylic plug. So that's the blade plug for that. And you can see we've just got, I don't know if you can see, we've got a Eco near pixel connector in there. If the camera picks up, I'm not sure if it can, but it's in there. You'll see it when it turns on. And you just very simply need to get a 2.5mm hex key and you undo the Covertech. Put that to one side and you rotate this. And there is the Eco chassis. And the battery can be removed at this point, nice and easily. I've got kill switch just in there. I just put some brass mesh on here to hide the wires that are connecting from this lower chassis piece to here. And you can just flick the kill key.
Is it in their nature to make us wait this long?
And I can rotate this back and put the Covertech back in. And I've made a really useful stubby blade using my 20cm pixel sticks. Make my life a bit easier. And we'll activate. It's got a 28mm speaker, 18650 battery. This is my pixel stick blade, it's auxiliary. Profi version 2.2. Smooth swing. And again, really happy that we got a 28mm speaker in here, which just sits in this area here. And the fonts are by Carbophonic. And go to the next font.
Obi-Wan!
So this one has an interesting hum. So that was just a short demo of the Knight OWK2. Just to explain this one a bit more. Brass, chrome plated, solid bezels up here. No knurling on the brass valve, a ball bearing inside there, brass ball bearing. And we've got a slightly different pommel design with no holes, different shape slightly. It's a little bit shorter. So that is the Knight OWK2. I really look forward to the final production batch that's on its way, and hopefully you guys get a chance to pre-order it. Next we'll move on to the OBTPM, the OWK1, the Apprentice OWK1. Like I said, we've got knurling on the brass valve, purple gem that's inside the brass valve. We've got clear domes inside the accent AD bezels. We've got polished aluminium. This one's a little bit grubby from my install, just been handling it. We've got holes in the pommel, different pommel shape, and a slightly different blade plug. And I'll show you the chassis now, which is the Eco CC chassis, which I'm really happy with as well. This was a fun install because the crystal is actually held in with magnets and it can be removed. So we've got the chassis up here and the kill switch is covered.
Council have granted me permission to train you.
Which is pretty cool. I've been showing in the video, we've got our chrome battery wraps on the battery here, which really add to the overall look. Just that little extra flair really. If you slide this down, we've also got a focusing crystal piece at the top here, which you can see. And this is all held in with magnets, so you can actually pop that out and it just goes back in like so. Really, really cool. A nice little affordable way to have a crystal chamber inside your saber without going all out on a metal master. And you can just reveal that just by rotating the shroud. So when you show people, you can have a nice little reveal, show it off, maybe with a little less light, looks even cooler. Pulsates nicely. We can put the Covertech back on. I think personally what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some JB weld underneath the head of the screw and tighten it, and then overnight it will cure, and I can just use this like a thumb screw instead of needing to use my hand all the time. So again, we've got activation, auxiliary, all spring loaded. Again, 28mm speaker on this one. So we've got a nice little flash and blade style. Fonts by Carbophonic fonts again. Oh, wrong button. So as with all of our kit runs, guys, You'll have the option to buy it as an empty hilt or with a DIY install kit. Unfortunately, we don't sell these pre-installed. That's not something that we're able to offer at the moment. However, there are various installers out there that you can get in touch with and ones that we can recommend if needed. Just send us a message and we can assist you with that based on your location. We don't get asked too often, but if you do need some help, just don't hesitate to message us. Again, we're launching these on Black Friday. I'll put a link in the description with the listing information, which will have the pricing and the kit options. Again, you will need some existing soldering or building experience if you're not part of the DIY lightsaber community. There are various forums and groups and Facebook groups and Reddit that you can learn stuff from. There's also some useful tutorial videos on YouTube now if you want to maybe start getting into the hobby and start learning how to install these kits. We'll be offering it in all those options: Eco chassis, Eco CC chassis, and the Master chassis, with various soundboards. As you guys know, the Saber Armory, the partner company that I have, offers Crystal Focus boards, Golden Harvest, Verso, and Profi. So you've got various soundboard choices, various chassis choices, and obviously you can choose between whether you want the Knight OWK2 or the Apprentice OWK1, or you can get both and have a mega prequel lightsaber set based on Obi-Wan Kenobi. Another video will come that goes into the details of the kit, the box, what's included, like our exclusive challenge coins. But for now, because we're all getting ready for Black Friday and getting excited for it, I thought I'd make a quick video to go through what some of the differences are between the two, what you can expect in terms of chassis, what the install's like, and what to expect from the launch on Friday. So if you guys have got any questions, just leave a comment below, or you can send us an email in the store, and hopefully I'll see you guys on Friday and see you pre-ordering some of the coolest prequel Obi-Wans that we've been able to offer. Take care, guys. Happy Thanksgiving for all of you in the States as well, and happy Black Friday. Hopefully you guys get some cool stuff during those sale periods. All the best to all the other vendors out there who are throwing sales in the community. Hope everything goes well for all of you. All right, guys, take care.